Okay, so I feel like this is a very interesting conversation. I'm going to talk today about Ben Hadden in a video he posted recently with a bit more of an explanation of leaving Good in his whole situation. But obviously, if you guys know me, one of the first topics we covered in YouTube Golf was Good and their whole situation about a year and a half ago. Speaking of Good, by the way, their red, white, and blue drop is about to drop, so go check that out. If you want to look as good as I do on a golf course, be sure to check out shopgoodgoodgolf.com. Anyways, Ben Hadden was a member of Good for, like a Good athlete for a year, and like what felt like a member of the group, part of content on and off for like 6 to 8 months. That obviously ended a few months ago. We posted the video while we were actually down in Arizona when Ben kind of gave us a bit of a text explanation of why he was leaving. He was ending his apparel deal, etc., etc. But this is the first time Ben's talked about it on camera on his own channel. So we're going to watch that. We're going to react to it because I think it sheds a bit of a different light on things. And obviously, words coming out of someone's own mouth is always better than hearing it by proxy. So we're going to listen to it. And I also just think, by the way, coming over to Ben's channel here, personally, I'm a fan. I didn't, if I'm being honest, I had misconceptions of Ben when, even before the Good stuff, when I first started seeing his videos pop up, I got like kind of like a little bit arrogant country club vibes. I'm not going to lie. That was just like way back in the day. But I think that might be me being new to golf and these like pro golf types, these like collegiate pro golf types, a lot of them kind of have a certain air to them that I think you could mistake for, like even Carter got it at the beginning. Everyone thought he was a stuffy country club guy. He couldn't be farther from it. So anyway, I don't think that now. And I actually really enjoy Ben's content. So he's definitely won me over. I like good golf content personally. I like stroke play content. And I love the videos he does when it's like more of his like professional life, like this one right here. Can I do my job? This was one of my favorite videos I've watched in a long time. It's just 18 holes of Ben trying to shoot a good score. I like watching Ben swing. He hits the ball really hard. It's very enjoyable to watch. But anyways, this Q School video from yesterday is the one we're going to be talking about today. So let's just dive into it. The conversation starts right around 2:30, which is where we're at right now. So yeah, let's jump into it.
Green to work with because the pin's way on the left side of the green. Right after I signed my apparel deal with Good, the plan was that I would, wear their clothes and continue to play pro golf. And I went to Q School and ended up missing.
I think that is a quick interjection here by your boy, but I think that's an interesting point that nobody understood when this first happened, especially with the fact that Ben moved down to Dallas, which was an unprovoked move by Good's part. It was something that Ben chose to do on his own, get close to the fire. I think it was a good move, but I think a lot of people assumed that he was not just being signed as an athlete to Good to keep pursuing pro golf, but to like fully immerse himself and like try to be a member of Good. So I guess that was like either a misconception or what, I don't know, but that's definitely what it looked like. And even when he left, people were like, oh yeah, you were like part of the crew, but like just wasn't. He was an athlete, just like me. I haven't been in a Good video.
Missing my card by a shot, which was really hard to deal with because I felt like I was playing really good. I actually had a 5-putt on the 18th hole, my third round, and I had just a really unfortunate couple bogeys and doubles on the way in on my back nine to actually miss my card by 1. That was just kind of hard to swallow. Felt like I was working really hard, not really getting anything out of it. So I decided to kind of pursue the social media side of things, and it turned out to be really good timing for it because Good was obviously in need of some extra people for videos. That plan kind of came.
That's talking about obviously when Grant and Michael left. That's around the time Ben came in. Came in a little after that, but around the time of that, within like 4 months of that, he came in.
Unraveled when I lost my card, and it was really hard to swallow because I felt like I was playing pretty solid golf. I was working hard, just wasn't really seeing the results I was hoping for. I felt like I had a really good opportunity with my association with Good to build up my following and possibly make that into a divergent career path. That's just
this guy hit a golf ball.
The wind's bringing a little left, but that's so far down there. The only reason I wanted to go full-time on social media golf was because it still kind of gave me the feeling like I could pursue pro golf on the side while like keeping my game in shape and playing golf and traveling and doing all the stuff I love to do. So it seemed like a perfect situation. We got 140 yards here,
It's very interesting, and I'm not going to get ahead of myself here because he does go on to talk about this, but the social media guise of creating content around golf paired with like pursuing it professionally, I think is something a lot of aspiring pro golfers think. Like I think a lot of aspiring pro golfers think the best way I could make money, possibly make money, that aligns with my goals is to be a golf content creator. I personally, I don't know if I agree with that. And Ben actually goes on, like I said, to talk about it. I don't know. It sounds like it is, but I think a lot of creators who go down, or golfers who go down that path and try to become creators, realize it actually sort of does the opposite. And we'll talk.
The problem I ran into is when I moved down to Dallas, I didn't really have access to a golf course. So now I have the most eyeballs on me watching me play golf that I've ever had in my life, and I can't practice. All I wanted to do is be good at golf, and I'm in a position where it's like, not only do I not have the opportunity to do that, I was being watched by like literally millions of people while I'm struggling with my game on the Good channel, not on my channel. I love all of you guys. If you're enjoying this video, be sure.
It's very interesting because I don't really know what he means by I didn't have access to a course. I'm assuming he means that like he didn't have a membership somewhere, so he didn't have like unlimited free practice. But like, I don't know, like I don't have a membership anywhere, and I practice, you know, at least once a day, if not twice a day, 6 days a week. You just pay for it. But like, there's a lot of public courses here where a bucket of balls costs $5. So like, your practice for the day costs $5, and then you can use the putting and chipping for free. So I don't know, but maybe it's like quality of practice areas and whatever. But I think more the issue is the timing of it. Like, you know, especially with Good if you're filming and traveling or whatever. But anyways.
So once, you know, my contract ran up with Good, I was looking at the situation. It wasn't like I didn't feel like I was going to be in a lot of videos. And then now that I'm removed from it, I'm really glad I didn't, because I'm getting to pursue my passion again, which leads us into Q School.
So that's kind of, I mean, the gist of the Good story, which is just, you know, he did mention this to me when we talked, but it's interesting to hear from his perspective and like really how much it actually tied into not just, I think a lot of people, when he left, a lot of people were in support of it. A lot of people were like, good for you, Ben, like go get it, like whatever, like not anti Good, but definitely maybe like wanted to, you know, hold the big bad wolf feet to the fire or whatever it is. But I think a lot of people assumed that he just left, the people who were detracting from him, because I'm just not getting in videos, which like, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it. Like, I'm sure if Ben was like a core member of the group, it would have been so worthwhile to stay and even like put the pro golf streams a little bit more on the back burner or whatever. Like if he could have been a Luke Kwan, I think it would have been worth it. Kind of caveat, he talks about later in this video putting his phone away, and that's been his new thing with practice, is that like he leaves his phone in his car, he checks it twice a day, but he's at the course for like 7-8 hours. He doesn't check it once, he doesn't, because of record content. And that's where I think what I was alluding to earlier comes into play, which is like people assume and you know, up and coming golfers, amateur to pro golfers, assume that if you can make golf content for a living, you will then be able to maximize your amount of time and, you know, have the best opportunity to achieve a pro golf level, which I think maybe some people would argue who are doing it that it works for them. But I think the vast majority of people, especially who succeed at golf at the highest level, would tell you kind of what Ben alludes to at the end of this video. And again, go watch his video for his whole side of it. But playing the best golf you can does not go hand in hand with being an entertaining on-camera personality while trying to play golf. It just doesn't. Like, I've experienced this firsthand. Like, my best golf always is, I mean, one of my better rounds, I felt, although I had a couple silly mistakes, but that first tournament I played in last weekend, I was so dialed the whole time. I feel tournament golf and even non-sanctioned tournaments that I've played in, like buddies things and scrambles and all that kind of stuff, I just get way more dialed when I'm just so focused on the golf and nothing else. And even when I'm playing 18 holes, I typically only film like the par 3 tee shots. Everything else I stay away from, because I notice that when I am trying to film that kind of stuff, I'm not as focused on what I'm doing, and typically I score worse and I make stupider decisions and worse shots. So although, yes, it gets you to the golf course, I think some people, some pro golfers would probably argue that they would rather just like hang out in the pro shop for 6 hours and then go be able to fully commit and practice for 6 hours than have an 8-hour hybrid of practice but trying to film, because then that 8 hours of practice is like at best 50% as focused. So then you're only actually getting 4 hours of practice where you could be getting 6 if you're working 6 hours in the pro shop. So it's, you know, it's a toss-up, and it is a champagne problem. Don't get me wrong. I know there's gonna be 40 comments in this video being like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, it's the easiest job ever. I lay pipe for 14 hours a day and I'm sweating concrete in 45-degree sun and you're telling me blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying that I think there's a misconception that like creating golf content is the best thing to pair with trying to go pro in golf. I don't know if it is. That's why I really like the content I create. It's because I can do this at home which is very separate from my golf pursuits and my competitive golf. And then I can go focus on my golf, and they're kind of two separate things. I am trying to document my golf a little bit more, so I'm being a little juxtaposition-y here, but I'm doing it in a way that I don't have to rely on it for income. And I'm just like, I'm trying to grow a bit with, watch me play golf kind of content, but I'm not going to sacrifice what I feel like is my like purposeful practice for content, if that makes sense. And I think that's kind of the route Ben was on, but I'm going to be very interested to see what he does, because I mean, right now, I'm sure this is his only source of income is making golf content. And in order to make income from making golf content, you have to make a lot of golf content. And right now, his YouTube thing says he's posting once a week. I think that's why country club trust fund kids tend to have the best chance, because they just don't need to worry about money and they can just focus on grinding. But that is not Ben's situation, and respect to him for that not being his situation. But I'll be interested to see what he does. I'll be interested to see how much he posts. Selfishly, I would love him to post like 3 times a week. I would love him to be somehow a perfect hybrid of YouTube and pro golf. But then, yeah, it's interesting, because if he started posting videos where he just sucked, then I wouldn't be as interested. So I also do want him to put more time into pro golf. So you guys can see the juxtaposition here. But I thought I'd cover this. I enjoy Ben's content. When I saw this video come out and I watched it, I really enjoyed it. And so I figured I'd cover it for you guys, let you guys, be able to sound off in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on the whole thing. That's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.